Today we are on the Ether Drift Draft Grift, hoping for some gifts from the Ether Drift Draft Gods when we open our packs. You get the gist? I've not had much luck in my last few limited events. We're on a bit of a losing streak. So the objective today is to try and have some fun. That's how you shake off the tilt. That's how you shake off the salt. Is just do something fun. Maybe rack up a few wins. If you keep trying to play disciplined and you keep losing, you're just gonna tilt more and more. So let's jump into a draft and let's try and loosen up and enjoy ourselves a little. All right, what have we got? Pick one, pack one. There's a Voyager Glide car, which is our rare in the pack. Not interested in first picking this. There's a Molt Tender is interesting. Ketrodon is interesting, but I'm just going to take the spin out here. At this point in the format, I think that's nice and simple. Speed Demon is an excellent card. There must have been another rare in this pack for the person on our right to have passed this. But 5 mana, 5/5 Flying Trample draws you cards, and it is a start your engines, which that you can ignore that line of text. 5 mana, 5/5 Flying Trample that draws you a bunch of cards is very good. Good top end. Can be a little bit scary if you start to like take a bunch of damage from it, so you got to be a little bit careful about that. There's also a Veteran Beast Rider, Lightning Strike. Nothing else that interesting in this pack really, so definitely taking the Speed Demon here, and really solid two really solid black cards to start. Speed Demon probably best in white, where there's a bit more life gain, but I'll play this in green, black too. And maybe like Hellish Sideswipe to be able to sacrifice the Speed Demon. Maybe that's the kind of thing that we want to do. Now, Wickerfolk Indomitable is fine, and it does, I guess, give us an out to sack the Speed Demon. Wreckage Wickerfolk's great. Molt Tender, probably a little bit better, and it certainly is. I mean, it's in green-black. If we want to stay open, which is probably smart, then actually it might be the Wickerfolk Indomitable. Or just the Wreckage Wickerfolk. Yeah, do you know what? I think I'm gonna take the Wreckage Wickerfolk. Now, Ether Siphon is also interesting with the Speed Demon. I'm gonna take the Wreckage Wickerfolk. Play it safe. Now, there's a Bounce Off. Maximum Overdrive, I think, is absolutely fine. I really like this card. Lightning Strike in this pack. Not gonna take it. Gonna take the Maximum Overdrive and stay open. Now, Pace Setter Paragon's a fantastic card. Feels strange that that is going so late. We could take the Crash and Burn is also good. Chitin Gravestalk is also nice. I mean, best card in the pack to take, I think probably is the Crash and Burn by just a little bit. Do I want the Raceway, or can I just take the Night Market to sort of speculate on our second color, keep us yeah, it does help improve our mana. I guess I'll take the Gravestalker. Yeah, okay, I guess it's pretty good following a Wreckage Wickerfolk. So now there is a Fang Druid Summoner versus a Siphon Fuel, and Fang Druid Summoner is nice to take at this point in the draft. The upside is pretty high. Like, if we find Terrian, it can get something back from the graveyard. If we do open a Terrian, it's good. We don't open a Terrian, it's like mid. Taking that over a Siphon Fuel here, which I've not been a huge fan of. Not been a huge fan of Siphon Fuel. There is another Fang Druid Summoner. There's a Point in the Way. I really like Point in the Way, to be to be honest. I really liked this card. Going to take the Engine Rat here. There's a Boom Scholar in this pack. And Goda and Surveyor are all great cards. Flood the Engine is good too. Flood the Engine is good. But I think I am going to take the Engine Rat for the deck that we are building. And now, I'll take the Hull Drifter. If there's a possibility that we end up in blue-black, I don't think it's a super high possibility. Like, Locust Spray is just fine. Yeah, Locust Spray is fine. Amonkhet Raceway is pretty good. I'm still going to take the Locust Spray. I think that's maybe just a little bit better. Rugged Highlands to help splash. Guidelight Optimizer if we end up building blue-black. Yeah, we're not even sure if we're going to play green just yet, so let's not commit to fixing for anything just yet. So we are playing black, and then we're looking at blue and green as our other options. Well, that is interesting, isn't it? That is interesting. In green, there's like Pothole Mole, Jungle Hollow. I don't think we are doing blue-green, but Seat of Armor is very good. As is the Ether Hive. That's a fantastic card. But I think we're doing Golgari, and I think we have a Point the Way. So maybe the Necro region is the best thing to take here. I imagine so. And maybe we get the land or the Pothole Mole back. Okay, so there's a Grim Bauble, which is probably the card that you should take. We do have a Calaxion in this pack. And we do have a Fang Druid Summoner. So that does make me a little bit higher on Calaxion, but I just don't think this card is particularly good. There's a second Engine Rat, which is probably the card that I would want to take. Like, Calaxion is third pick for me here. There's also Beast Rider. It's a great card. Maybe we'd want to splash it. But I don't think so. I think I want to build grindy, green, black. Grindy, green, black here. Now there's a Possession Engine, though. So, do we drop our green and take the Possession Engine? I mean, the only green card we really have right now is, like, Point the Way. Because Fang Druid Summoner isn't going to get played if there's nothing else for it to find. So, maybe we're doing blue-black. Okay, let's take the Possession Engine. And let's wait and see. So, Howler's Heavy is good. Midnight Mangler is pretty important for this deck, though. So, I'm going to take the Midnight Mangler here. And there's a Haunt the Network. Okay. We have a direction, guys. We have a direction. Biggest priority is going to be Pactdoll Terrors, I believe. Because we have a lot of expensive 5-drops here. We need some 3 and 4 drops. Thopterist is great for this deck. It is a 4-drop, so that's okay. I do want to find some Pactdoll Terrors. So we want to do speed stuff. We also want just like as many artifacts as we can get. I wouldn't mind a couple of Pactdoll Terrors and a couple of Midnight Manglers and a little bit more interaction, and then I'll be okay. But we really need to ease up on the top end. We don't need any more top end stuff. We need 3 drops, we need interaction, and we need Pactdoll Terrors, probably specifically. Another diversion unit versus a Broodheart engine. Yeah, do you know what? Cheap artifact. It is another creature. That is the way that we want to go. So scrap compactor is bad. I think I would rather have the Keen Buccaneer here. And now bounce off is acceptable. Okay, I mean that's a couple of pretty decent picks. Yeah, nice high artifact count. Oh, Engine Rat or Spell Pierce? Dang. I'll try out the Spell Pierce. I like Howler's Heavy too. I'd consider Howler's Heavy like a piece of interaction. It's great to use on an Engine Rat. So yeah, hell yeah. Okay. We're going into pack 3 now, and we're just looking to improve on this deck a little bit. So we just found a tune-up, and we've just opened Valor's Flagship. So I think we want to do Esper. What we're missing out on is a stock up, and that's it. So we're missing out on a stock up, but if we find the fixing for this, it's just nuts. We would need to reanimate it, though. We would need to reanimate it. I still think we take it, or should I just take the stock up? Oh, I'm going to pass the flagship and just take the stock up. Let's be sensible here. Let's be sensible. I mean, Memory Guardian is like fine. I'm not that excited about it. I guess I'll give it a go. Versus a second Nimble Thopterus, but the Memory Guardian should always cost us 3 or 4. Let's consider it a 4-drop. Now there's a Sky Ray versus another Buccaneer. And not much else. Like, there's a Scoured Barons. If we'd have taken the Valor's Flagship, we could have taken this Scoured Barons here. But I guess I'll just take the Buccaneer. It's a perfectly serviceable creature. And what we've got now is Reef Roads, Howler's Heavy, Risky Shortcut. I do quite like Risky Shortcut. For like starting for gaining speed, but we are not we don't have many ways to actually start our speed. Okay, Hellish Sideswipe is nice. Definitely taking that over a third Keen Buccaneer. Achik, Green Splash for Achik. Or Flood the Engine. That's tough. That is tough. Because Achik is very good. But we do have enough top end. I'm supposed to just stay in lane. Take the Flood the Engine. And now... So I think I'm abandoning the Necro Regent. Don't think we're getting there. And we have good interaction. I'm going to just take the Dismal Backwater here. Like, we have our deck, basically. Take the Avishkar Raceway. I think with the wreckage, like, we didn't find any Pactdoll terrors, so I'm not stoked about that. Guess I'll take the risky shortcut here. But I don't think we're going to play it unless we are building, like, start your engine stuff. So the Skyray might actually be worth it, right? Because we have 2 Howlers Heavies. Maybe. Just maybe. We'll see. Another Buccaneer is not going to make the cut. Few cuts to make here. It's solid. It is a solid deck. It is like an acceptable deck. I think we're probably cutting the Chitin Gravestalker, although it is good with the Howlers Heavies. It is good with the... We have a Locust Spray as well, so we have 3 cards we can cycle to make the Skyray worth it. I mean, that's fine. Probably is just fine as like a... if it comes out on turn 2 and then we cycle something, and if it grows to like a 2-mana 2/3 with flying, it's already overstatted. So I actually think it's okay to play it. Bounce Off is interesting because we could like play a Howler's Heavy and then like bounce it and cycle it, or we can bounce and like refresh a Keen Buccaneer or something. It also would stop Speed Demon from killing us if that's something we're worried about. All right, where's me interaction? Oh, what does Bounce Off bounce? Creature or vehicle? Okay. So I think we have a good amount of interaction. The top end is a bit heavy. I think I'm going to cut the Chitin Gravestalker. Not many cards to cut. Only 13 creatures in the deck, although... Haunt the Network counts. Midnight Mangler counts, so that's 15. So, okay. Yeah, I feel good about that. And it's probably just 2 non-creature cuts to make. I can see cutting the Memory Guardian. It is just a 3/4. Which is not very good. I don't know how we're going to beat massive green creatures, though. Like, we have the Hellish Sideswipe. And the Spin Out. And the Flood the Engine. Those will have to get us there. I guess we have the Bounce Off as well. And the Possession Engine. Okay, yeah, so that's how we beat them. We'll just try and remove all of their big green stuff with Reach. So, 3 cards to cut. We're playing 17 lands. What are my Start Your Engines payoffs? There are 0. Right? There's none. So we're cutting the Raceway. Cutting the Raceway. We want to... I'm kind of leaning away from Bounce Off. I'm not sure about Spell Pierce as well. Like, with these 2 diversion units, don't think we need Spell Pierce. I believe everything else here we're going to keep. Oh, if you sack a vehicle, you draw a card. Okay, that's good to know. Actually, the Keen Buccaneer also puts counters on the Sky Ray, so that's pretty nice. Maybe, is it worth playing 3 of them? Probably not. Probably not. I feel as though the Memory Guardian is just pretty weak. It does come down nice and cheap, but I'm really not that excited about it. Like, I guess, or best case scenario, it comes down on turn 4, costing us 3 mana. We go like Artifact. If we go 2-drop, 2-drop, Memory Guardian for 3 mana, hold up 1 mana, that's not that good. And then if there's one more card to cut, we have 2 Buccaneers, 1 stock up. Not sure we need this Hull Drifter. Seven artifact in the deck. So Haunt the Network is decent. Would I rather have one of those 2 creatures instead of, like, Bounce Off? Nah, okay, let's run it like this. Okay. It's a good curve. Great lands, good curve. We have a lot of land in hand. Probably will take, maybe trade with the Engine Rat. Nah, fuck it. We can ignore the Engine Rat. We are gonna fly over the top, so yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather they trade their removal for it. I'm all for that. Let's just stock up here. There's a Speed Demon, which we'll get around to playing, and a Sky Ray. Sky Ray Buccaneer is pretty good. And the Speed Demon, yeah, okay, I'm in for that. All of this just ignores the Engine Rat, so I quite like it. Opponent gains some speed. We're going to go Sky Ray. Midnight Mangler. Next turn we can Keen Buccaneer and Exhaust if we find a land. The nice thing about the Sky Ray is people are terrified of it. So that, yeah, so that they use their removal spell here. When it's not that threatening on our side. Green Belt Guardian. So they can't quite exhaust this yet. When they do, if they spend their whole turn doing that, I'm pretty happy. Well, this is interesting. Am I going to trade with this Engine Rat, keep them off speed? I believe I am going to do that. And I don't think I'm even going to loot. Two lands off the top, so they do need to draw a land. I'm going to play out the Speed Demon. Start going to town. Okay. Yep, they hit me for 5. But I have Flood the Engine. Big juicy attack. We have Haunt the Network for life gain at some point. A bunch of lands for us. So I'm glad I have this Speed Demon to get them off the top of the deck. Otherwise we would have been in trouble. Ketrodon. Cycle. That is interesting. So we're going to lose 3 here. I don't see that we are dying. But I think gaining 3 does give us an entire extra turn. Yeah, I'm going to do this now. Because we are going to... It does put them on lethal attack back next turn. Yeah, so the attack back is for lethal. This is... if I play the Grim Bauble, this goes down to 1. So the attack is for 9. And it is guaranteed lethal unless they have something. We also do have Diversion Unit as a counter spell. Spin out the Speed Demon. Honestly, that might just be fine. And a Howler's Heavy. Okay, so we will... go for this attack. Loads of mana. So I am going to cycle the Howler's Heavy. I like having the diversion unit around. Plink in for 2 damage. Let's go. Let's start with Grim Bauble. Kill that. Let's go for Buccaneer. And then probably just Grim Bauble sack. Now, playing the Thopterus would have put a lethal flying threat on the board, but... So maybe that would have just been better. Yeah, maybe. I think it probably was in hindsight. Let's see if we get punished for it. The Speed Demon did get us up to speed. I still don't think this is a Risen Necro Regent deck, but we have, yeah, plenty of ways to win. Like, if they just play a Ketrodon or something, we can try and keep pushing through it. Okay, Autarch Mammoth is fine. Bounce off. I think I'll keep the bounce off. So I guess I'm going to start here. They're on one. We can hold up a spin out. As long as we don't die this turn, we should win. We even beat a Ketrodon here, so yeah, we should have this in the bag now. That does nothing. They're going to saddle. It would have been a strange attack. I probably would have just span out the Mammoth, but yeah, okay. The Skyray, I think, is just unironically solid. We're going first. Play this on 3. Gotta find some draws, but because of the Buccaneer, I think maybe we can keep this. We don't have many early plays anyway, and most of them are blue. Okay, Swamp's a nice find. Hot Hole Mole. Am I supposed to just play this out as a 3-4? That feels weird as hell. I'm not going to do that. Another mole! Let's see if they take the double block. What are they actually playing? So they milled... Oh, did they mill their Curse Cloth wrappings? That is a shame. So I do want to cycle the Howlers heavy. So I'm in for this. Still miss. Still missed, but it's fine. I wanted to hit my land drop there. That next swamp is going to be pretty critical for us. It ain't happening. Don't hate the spot we're in. We have Possession Engine and Spin Out whenever we get our 5th land for whenever they play a big dumb green creature. Okay, so this is definitely supposed to be play the Sky Ray, activate this, side swipe. I think I'm dropping Haunt the Network here. Sweet. Speed Demon is a really interesting card design because it does clock both you and your opponent. This is a great curve. Great defensive creature, great value creature on turn 2, stock up on turn 3. Yeah, absolutely love this. Loads of lands in hand. Basically anything that isn't land. Well, on 3 we're going to stock up. And I guess I would rather have the Thopterist. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe the Thopterist can go to the graveyard, draw this next turn, and then we can stock up. Okay, I'm going to play the Diversion unit because it unironically is good here. See? Omnivore and a Goda. Not too afraid of those. Midnight Mangler is a good draw here. Annoyingly good as a blocker. I'm just going to stock up though. So we will take the Speed Demon and the Spin Out. Very happy with those cards. I'll just take 2 here. Sure. So they hit me for 4. They get a 4/2 in play. The Wreckage Wickerfolk, I guess, is on blocking duty now. Do I want to steal the Fang Guardian? No. I want to just play the Speed Demon. Draw my 2 cards. Decent clock on our opponent. So if they just attack, they might have a way to kill the Speed Demon here. It's interesting. It might be right for me to trade it away because no, I can take 3. And then on my turn, I'm going to take another 3, go down to 8. They're going to be on 10. I'll be on 8. No, I'd rather use their resources up. Yeah, I'd rather use their resources up, keep my life total high. I'm up on cards, so as long as I don't die, I should be winning. So I can Sky Ray, trade with the Fan Guardian. Should I just play the Possession Engine? No. No. That's not it. This is just start growing the Sky Ray. So we can Howler's Heavy. We can spin out. No need to attack. Start growing the Sky Ray. Make that into a threat they have to answer as well. Okay, cycle the Ironclad. Web Strike Elite. We should be able to outgrow that. Okay, nothing from the opponent. So I think I'm going to spin out. Yeah, I think I'm going to spin out the 4-2. No attacks. Play the Buccaneer. Pass. Just need to run them a little bit lower on resources. Playing the control game here. Boom Scholar. Not doing too much right now. Another Keen Buccaneer. I think I'm dropping this Mangler now. Looks like they have a fight spell. Okay, Broken Wings, fine, but they're down to 1 card. Haunt the Network is pretty good. I still think... I mean, if they go for a double block here, we can trade something with the Howler's Heavy. That's just fine. I think I'd rather play the Possession Engine. Okay. I guess it might be that I'm supposed to take the Web Strike Elite. Okay. Haunt the Network might... Oh, Pyrewood Gearhulk's great, but can we beat it? Well, this is a little interesting. Like, I can just take 5. Not attacking with the Goda was a bit of a weird one. So right now we have 1, 2 artifacts. We're going to play the diversion unit. Play the haunt. Drain for 3. Hit him for 1. Nice and humble. They're on 6. We have 5 damage coming in next turn. I think this is no blocks. And a guide light optimizer. So it's also, we don't have any attacks. Howler's Heavy might just be keeping us alive here. Got him on 1. So we'll just play out our creatures. Prepare to block. Keep ourselves alive. They've exhausted, so all cards on the table. So, the blocks are... this is going to go down to... -3. It's going to go down to 4. So we can... block here. Double block here. And we are taking... we're taking no damage there. We're taking 1 damage there. So we're taking 3. Sick. Could have also crewed the possession engine for the additional block. But then they, but we didn't need to. All right, 3-0. Yeah, this is a good keep. I do really like Wreckage Wickerfolk onto finding what you need. Blocking this 1/3. Don't think I want either of the lands. They have a Keen Buccaneer. So, could play out my own Keen Buccaneer. I don't like them being able to attack. But I think it's fine. Rather play out my Buccaneer here. They can attack through it with theirs. But if that's all they do, then we can diversion unit plus hold up a couple of tricks for next turn. So they discarded a Rover Blades, play a Scurryfoot. Midnight Mangler also not bad. Rather have the diversion unit up and running. Guess I'm gonna attack. Okay. Bluff that attack. Well, we didn't bluff it because we do have the maximum overdrive in hand, but maybe they've got a read on that. Market Backwalker for 1 mana. No problemo. Looks like they're missing land. Well, now I want that Possession Engine, so could drop the Howler's Heavy. Guess I don't, like, need the Midnight Mangler. I'm going to drop the Howler's Heavy. Possession Engine, take the 3/4, attack with our 3/4, or we just okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I think I should have dropped off the Mangler over the Heavy, because the Heavy can cycle and draw us a new card, whereas the Mangler is also just not very impactful here. Spin Out is a great draw, though. So, they can exhaust, double block, but we have the Spin Out. We can actually Spin Out plus maximum overdrive. So, attack everything. So we can overdrive the... Guess I'm overdriving the 2/1. No, overdriving the Possession Engine. Spinning out the Sky Strike Engineer, because Diversion Unit might get sacked, so I'd rather have a permanent counter on the creature that is less likely to get sacked. Sabsunen is very, very, very strong. Okay. So, can't attack or block unless it has an even number of counters on it. Right now, it can attack and block. And it is indestructible. So, we're just dumping out our hand, I guess. Gonna draw him a couple cards here, but then we can attack. So this turn, it can't attack or block. Autarch Mammoth is very good. None of our vehicles can really attack in. Sabsunen is going to win in this game. What we need to do is they need to attack with Sabsunen. We need to draw Possession Engine, and then we can win. Sorry, not Possession Engine. We need to draw Haunt the Network. Well, now that doesn't work. There goes that plan. Okay, I mean, they do need to be cautious with their attacks. So this can block now. Passing the turn. So what I need to do is find, like, even bounce off would be acceptable, but need to find a way, like Hellish Sideswipe would be excellent. But I need to find a way to clear the Ketrodon, attack around the Sabsinen, but it's got us on a very fast clock. That also blocks in the air, so I think this has just gotten away from us. Sabsinen is a very, very strong card. Oh, bounce off and steal the Possession Engine. Bounce off the Possession Engine and then, like, get it back. I think that's what we're playing for, right? Cycle this. Stock up. Steal the Sabsinen. There's a bounce off. There's a side swipe. Okay. Okay. So this can't attack or block this turn. Target the Ketrodon. Sack the Midnight Mangler. Draw a card. Next turn, we're going to steal their Sabsinen, and that's going to have to save us. We play the island here, so we can hold up Diversion Unit. Cool. Happy with this trade. Alright. So what we have to do is bounce off. And then play our Possession Engine, steal their Sabsinen while also surviving this turn, which we should be able to do. Broken Wings. Yep, not unexpected. And a Speed Demon. Well, we got to take their Sabsinen. Spectral Interference. Now I'm chump blocking, but that's okay because we are now going to draw cards from the Sabsinen. Another Autarch Mammoth is pretty sick. Yep, that's what they should be doing. Okay, Seat of Armor is so busted. Oh my god, they're gonna make everything absolutely massive. We don't have what we need to get out of this. Ah, Grim Bauble doesn't do anything. So they are going to give everything plus... Everything becomes a 9/9. I have 3 blockers. Yeah, okay. Good stuff from the opponent. Really just the Sabsunen was impossible to answer. We do have Possession Engine, which most people would not have any way to answer at all. We did have a way to deal with it, but it was not enough. So I was supposed to hold that Possession Engine in that last game for the Sabsunen, but I think that's very hard to do. This is a key. Wickerfolk can help, but I do think I'm supposed to put back one of these 5-drops. I'm still going to put back the island. Ugh, no. I need to put back one of the 5-drops. Need to put back the Haunt. Because I think it's more important to find plays to make a little earlier than that. So Howler's Heavy, Midnight Mangler. Both cards we can definitely take here. Honestly, I might Hellish Sideswipe this. I don't want to give my opponent the card draw that it offers. Oh, it's not a vehicle. Never you mind. Sure. I get another hit in. There is a Howler's Heavy for me. That is not superb. Trying to keep them off 4 speed here. It's got to be done. Okay. Well, am I supposed to remove the Omnivore now? No. Well, am I supposed to chump block it? They're a bit choked on mana. I'm going to have to use that to my advantage. Keep them off max speed, otherwise they start milling me out, and I need a bit of time. I need time. Okay. That's not bad. I mean, they do have this just endless card advantage, but at least they don't have... too threatening a board. Oh, that's really fucking good. We have the blocker and we have a combat trick though, so I don't feel too bad. Cannot let them start drawing cards off this Muyanling. Diversion unit isn't bad. Also blocks. Putting them on a 2-turn clock is good, I think. Like, I'm happy if they trade. So attacking for 7, I think, was worth it there. All right. We're way down on resources. Yeah, it's just this Ether Siphon is actually a really solid card, I think, in these, like, because the games go grindy. So I've definitely been underrating the Ether Siphon. Yeah, so Swamp off the top is probably it. They're going to hit us for 5, 10, and then draw a card. Don't think there's anything we can draw that gets us out of it. Okay, let's pick up our cards. So clearly, using our removal too early is what did us in there. We're going first. Not a great hand, but I'm kind of sick of the mulligans, so I'm going to keep it. Hopefully, this Keen Buccaneer gets us somewhere. They're going to get a hit in here. If I find a swamp at any point, then we're like the hand is fine. But if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Nothing on 3. No way to start their engines, so it's not really that bad. Okay. No problem. Blood, the engine. Ugh. Gross, 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 gross. Hazard of the Dunes. Wow. Okay. Stock up. Find a swamp. And I think I need this maximum overdrive. Yeah, I need the maximum overdrive. I need... Maybe I'm supposed to play the diversion unit to block the omnivore. I could also just Grim Bauble the omnivore. I'm going to be taking 4 no matter what. So I'm in for that. I'm in for that. And next turn we can... Okay, Terrian is problematic, but we'll have to work through it. Let's play the diversion unit. Hold up the maximum overdrive. Whenever one or more creatures attack you, they get -1/-0 until end of turn. Okay. Definitely just Possession Engine here. Take the hazard. But then this can become a... It is 7 mana, so they would need to draw mana to do it. Comes a 5/5 though. Still think I'm supposed to do it. Feels a little bit mad, but I think I'm supposed to take the Sabotage Strategist because it does actually shrink the Hazard of the Dunes, and if they can't exhaust the Hazard of the Dunes, which they now can, balls. One, two, 3 artifacts. They're going to have a 7/7 in play. Alright. I guess I've got to take 7 here. Well, 6. Okay, only taking 3. And there's a spin out. Spin out is very good, but we are choked on black. Choked on black is crazy, but this is okay. Because the Possession Engine actually can kill the mammoth if it attacks. Okay, that's fine. They are down to 1 card. They cannot exhaust this turn. They milled my swamp. Why did they... Okay. Well, I'm going to take out the Hazard of the Dunes. One, two, three artifacts. A. Okay, guess I'm going in for 3 now. Playing the Speed Demon, 20 cards left. I'll be losing a life. No, it's not fast enough. Okay, I'm actually going to Wicker Folk and then Haunt the Network, and that's going to have to do. Flood the Engine is a good draw. Nice big drain. Life stable. Oh, of course they milled what was on top. So, we could play Speed Demon. Draw a couple cards. 16 cards left. So I would draw down to 14. They could exhaust and mill a lot of it. So I need to not use the Grim Bauble. I need to attack with everything. It's just down to whether I want 1 or 2 speed. Yeah, we got him dead next turn. We are not dead to the mill next turn. Hellish Sideswipe's not bad. We are not dead to mill. I think we've probably got him. Okay, that was real close. Right down to the wire. Okay, 4 and 2. We are playing with 1 chance left. Don't think I can keep that hand. I can keep this one. And I think I'm going to put back an island again because we have the Wicker Folk to try and hit our lands. Curve into Thopterist, into Possession Engine, into Haunt. Land is what we want. Do I want Diversion Engine on turn 3, Thopterist on turn 4? That's not bad. So I'm in for you on top. Could do with finding another island though, but still fine. Omnivore. We can get a little aggressive here because we have the Haunt the Network in hand. Hell yeah. Leave my artifacts alone. Fine. We're taking 3. Pactdoll Terror. Pactdoll Terror is a great one for us to steal. Because we don't have any in our deck, but it's really good. So this is going to be sick. We Possession Engine the Pactdoll Terror, and then we Haunt the Network. It's gonna be really good. Yeah, Grim Bauble hits the Diversion unit. Broodheart Engine. So So they've got 2 cards left. I think we can go for the Pactdoll Terror. They might have a way to remove the possession engine, but we're going to go for it. And they might have just Bestow Greatness win the game here. Or bring back the Archfiend, which wouldn't do that much. Would just kill a 1/1. Reanimate the Archfiend, kill a 1/1, kill their own creature. I draw an Engine Rat. I'm gonna drain you for a bunch. You're down to 6. No attacks. And then bounce off next turn might just be lethal. The rat also might end up being how we win this game. Another Pactdoll. Put that back in hand. Play the Optimizer just for the extra drain. Excellent. Excellent. Pass. Because they could just go land Archfiend. Yeah, there it is. And a Keen Buccaneer from us is lethal, right? No, no, it's not. It's not lethal. Not lethal because the Pactdoll Terror can't attack. But if we find a land, then Engine Rat might get us there, which would be pretty funny. They need to have another blocker or a removal spell or something here. Pactdoll Terror is a good one. This is very tense. Okay. Engine Rat. And then just pass. I can't attack with the Possession Engine. I would get in for 1 point of damage. It's not enough. And I would give them their Pactdoll Terror back. So if they... I mean, they've got a little bit of time. If I draw artifacts I might get them dead. If they draw artifacts, they might get me dead. That is good. Destroying the Wicker Folk. Where did the life gain come from? Yeah, why did they gain life? Did I miss a trigger? Land isn't good. Grim Bauble is good though. Oh my god, does that do it? Kill this, attack. They go down to 4. Oh my god, this might just do it. Bruise 2, no, they're gonna... they can just crew. They didn't crew. I think they just missed it. Wow, if they'd accrued, they'd have won that game. Oh, that's got to feel bad. Oh. Oh, all right. This is a good hand. This is a good hand. Lead on the backwater. It's a nice defensive hand. It's a pretty nice offensive hand. Engine Rat is fairly annoying, but I think we are just going to ignore it because we do have most of our damage is going to be through flying. Well, what else am I going to do? If I don't do that. Play the Sky Ray. Probably going to bounce off. It is a tempo card. Let's make them... keep them off tempo in the early game here. Gives us time. Hazard of the Dunes. That's a very good one to hit with a maximum overdrive. We could also just flood the engines, this thing. Yeah. Okay, Vanguard and a Mutant Surveyor. Nothing too scary going on there. Am I just passing, though? Yeah, I do want to keep them off speed, so they kind of have to attack with both here, and we can punish that. Grim Javelineer. Going for the combat trick, they could have... This last card could be something they can do, but... It's kind of all the action that we have, so we're going to do it. Speed Demon at this point in the game? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. They have a spin out. They get a big attack in, but we still drew 2 cards off of that. They are now out of resources too. And this blocks very well. I think I'm just going to keep hitting them. Curse Cloth Wrappings. Well, that's damn good, isn't it? That is a very, very damn good card. Alright, so let's exhaust. Discard this island. Let's Thopterus. Can stock up later. But we've got to get him dead. They can't do too much with the Curse Cloth right now. They can get back an Engine Rat, but... we got to get him dead. And I think it might need to be a surprise drain. They don't really have any reach down here. They have the Oil Gorger for flying. But we hit him for 4. Okay, so it's definitely starting with a stock up here. Possession Engine. Could be good. Maximum upside play is Possession Engine and Howler's Heavy. Orion. I think I might be... By attack all, they trade 1 here and here. They get to 3. Yeah. Cool. They're on 5. They're on 5. We have a drain for 3 right now. Drain for 4 with the Possession Engine. So if we hit him in the air again, it's... well, actually, we just have a lethal attack in the air anyway. So they need to get a blocker on the battlefield right now. They need to probably play this Streaking Oil Gorger as a blocker. And then we can Possession Engine and we win the game. So that's probably what they're going to do. They're going to embalm the Streaking Oil Gorger, keep it as a blocker. Attack with their 2/2, gain a little bit of speed, and then we're going to Possession Engine, take the blocker, attack, we win. It's really paying off that we kept him off speed. Yeah, not having access to lifelink there is huge. So keeping their engines not at max speed, so worth it. Okay, this is it. Citra is the final boss here. We are 1 game away from being out, 1 game away from the trophy. Opponent goes first. On the draw, I think we can keep this hand. And that is a Grease Wrench Goblin. I believe I'm just going to take 2. Because we could play the Sky Ray here. Am I just going to play... Optimizer lets me double spell next turn. Yeah, okay. We'll play the Optimizer. I'm happy to trade this. Also happy for them to use a removal spell on it. They hit in for another 2, but next turn I can trade. That's pretty nice. Big chunk of damage. So I might need to bounce off on this turn. Am I getting the Buccaneer in play? I want to do that next turn. A Spike Spitter starting engines. Oh, that is so good. Okay. Well, at least they're not attacking, really, with the Thrill Roller. Sorry, they are attacking with the Thrill Roller. They're attacking with both. Alright. Well, we're taking this trade. We're bouncing that. And now we have 2 combat tricks in hand. So if they just Thrill Roller, we might get to snap off the Spike Spitter. Alright. We could trade with the Thrill Roller here. Can't play around them having interaction. I think I would rather Maximum Overdrive, get the Spike Spitter offline, cut off their card advantage. Yeah, there was no playing around that. That is pretty nuts. We have a good block on the Gastel Thrill Roller. They're not at max speed just yet. Surely they don't have something else here. Just give me Grim Bauble off the top. Another Keen Buccaneer. Oh, I mean, it blocks well. Yeah, it does block well. Blocks the 3/4, trades with a Thrill Roller. Okay. Yep, they're coming in. So I can trade here, and this is always a trade, take 1 damage. I can eat this, go down to 1. Yeah. They're on max speed, but they're not super high on cards. I simply have to sideswipe here because I can't have them drawing cards. I need them to just brick. So I think this is the only way out for us. Damn. That was a really, really strong start from our opponent there. Fair play. Okay, folks, there you have it. Another heartbreaking 6-3. 1 game away from the trophy. How many times are we going to have to suffer through that, getting so close to glory and then crashing out at the last moment? Still, can't complain about 6 wins in best of 1 draft. Anyway, if you liked this video, please like this video and subscribe and drop me a comment. I will catch you on the next episode of Operation Double Mythic. That is a wrap.